Okay guys, I am back for that cover, and I ended up, while I was waiting for all the videos to load, I did kind of finish off that book, but we got a few more things that we need to do with it. But I want to get started on this before I have to go. So this is a Triscuit box, obviously. So when you cut it, just cut it open and cut as close to that seam as possible. And then we'll have to kind of extend it a little bit, but I think we'll do that with like laces. Because I still want you to be able to grab the journal in and out, so it's easier. But by itself, this isn't going to be strong enough. So we're going to build up. And as you can see, I could just cut down a size like we've done before. But this time leave the top and leave the bottom on, because we're going to use that for the enclosure. So this is what I do when my glue is working, is I glue these pieces in, and this will be one of those start and stop movies or videos for like drawing time and things like that. So I just get that glue good and going. And then I know you probably can't see it, but where the box creases, these have been cut just a little bit smaller than that, so that it isn't bulking up too much. And so the most important one is to line it up with your like this side here. And then I always take a bone folder and really spread out that glue, so we don't have any lumps and bumps when we're doing it. And by using the tacky glue, it gives you just a little bit more lead time for drawing. And I just want to make sure I can still bend these up, making sure that that's still bendable in my positioning. Yep, that side's just fine. Okay. Okay, I'm going to pull it up here, make sure we're good and lined up here. That one's over just a little. Yeah, I would, especially if you're building a box for the first time, or I guess not, we're not building it, it's already there, but we're building it up in strength. If you're doing it for the first time, I would do a glue that does not dry very fast. Or, it can dry fast, but not as fast as like Fabri-Tac or art glitter glue is what I'm saying. Give yourself a glue that gives you time to rearrange if you need to, okay? And then I do kind of just move this around, and it does kind of help move the glue about. Okay, I'm going to spread my glue out again. And if you get excess glue, no worries, just wipe it out of there. Oh, now we have a cat fight to listen to. Or do we? Yeah, the kitten has decided he doesn't like the squirt bottle, so when he sees it, he's learning to behave. So that's a step in the right direction. Oh, it must be witching hour at the Farrago house. I hear the puppy whining too, because I'm like the last one up, so you know, there's that. Again, I'm going to just make sure that all my edges fold up. If it needs to be adjusted, then I just kind of move it around. Make sure that end is really well and put together, and there's not, you can't see any of that other box side there. Okay. All right, looking pretty good. Okay, so we can work on the other side. This is going to be the outside of the box, so the side you're going to see. So I would like to cap my glue, and I would like to, and we'll probably actually use the tacky glue, but we're going to just collage it up a little bit. And I'm going to have to print out my Sundance kit again, because instead of printing more, I think I've said before, I usually keep like a copy of each one, like each kit on hand, so that like when I'm doing videos, if I'm using that kit, I can just like pull out my copy. Well, not so much. I've used almost all of the Sundance kit I had printed, so, you know, it's a beautiful kit, so. And it really goes with anything. So I got those. Yeah, these are going to be a little bit too long, but I do actually think I want to wrap them around. So we're just going to start, you know, maybe I'll do, maybe I'll do some of these. Just kind of, actually, nope, I do want it kind of straight on that edge. So maybe we'll just kind of haphazardly start just kind of tearing it. And then I think, I don't know, we're going to see kind of how it looks a little bit later. I may end up doing that antique Mod Podge. I don't quite, I mean, I think so. Filming. Is there all right? Going to bed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Night. Nothing. Is that the box that was on the counter?
What do you mean? What box on what counter?
The one that you said you wanted to make a journal cover out of?
Nope. This is Triscuit box. Triscuit boxes.
Nice.
Yeah. Say hi to everyone, Gracie.
Hello.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh no. That's all right. Because I think I'm going to put Mod Podge on the top of it.
What's
So,
it for?
what's this for?
Yeah.
It's going to house those journals right there.
Oh, those are cute.
Yeah. They're cute.
Okay. Good night.
Okay. Good night, sweetie.
Have fun. Ah. The kitten just tried to attack me.
He's kind of full of it tonight. I know everybody's kind of used to everybody kind of using glue sticks for this, but I just don't think it's gonna hold the way I want it to, so that's why and I don't really care that it's wrinkly. I do care that it tears though. I don't really want it tearing. Alright, let's maybe use a little bit of this one. Of course, we'll have to take those off. I think I'm going more for like a mosaic type look, I think. And then I'm probably going to fussy tear some of the Dragonfly paper to kind of go with it. I don't know, maybe the back gets dry while I didn't even look at the time before I started the video, so there's one thing we'll have to keep an eye out for. And then I think do. Actually, I think I'm going to come over this way just a little to go over that ridge. And maybe I need a little less glue than I had before. Oh, it never gets old, does it? Yeah, I even debated whether to like kind of collage it while it's on here. Yeah, or not collage, but use Mod Podge while it's like on here. Okay, let's see. Then we need one in the middle. I think I'd like some of this. Okay, now I think that's good. Do you hear him? Oh my goodness. He keeps waiting for one of us to come give him treats. That's what his problem is. Okay, let's add a little more pink. That one won't work. Let's try this one. I just realized you guys are getting a silent movie today. Sorry. I guess when you're really focusing on how something turns out, you just tend to get quiet, I guess. Okay. Now we need to decide. I think I've pretty much have. I think I'm going to go ahead and take my smaller bits that I have and cover these top and bottom pieces here. you know what? We better check. Make sure. Okay. Make sure nothing slid. Yep. Okay. I might have to put a little more glue in those crevices. Let's see what we got here. Let's do. There we go. All right. Okay, so we got that. Let's, like I said, let's work on these, and I think we'll go ahead and collage those up, but I don't think that they really need to be like crazy. Make those come up a little bit higher too. They're going to end up being closed up, but I'm not exactly sure where they're going to be closed up, so that's why I'm doing what I'm doing here and just coming up a little bit. I think these bottom, if I'm still in frame, these bottom chunks right here aren't going to be important, I don't think. Actually, I'm going to move that up just a little bit more. Okay. See these little pieces here? I don't think that that'll be important later. Like in the scheme of things. I probably better put that corner down too. I still didn't end up getting all that, did I? Oh, bother. There we go. Now we got it. Okay, let's see. Because what we're going to have to do is make reinforcements for the inside. And I think I might have already said that, but yeah, we'll have to reinforce the top and bottom. Okay, I'm going to go and move this around so that I can decorate it a little better down over here. And hopefully this is all still in frame for you guys. Oh my gosh, right in front of my face. How hilarious is that? And I don't know how much this will stay, like how much of it will, but because we'll have to cut around. Actually, it worked better if I put it down on this. Oh boy, my little cat's getting a little sassy. That might actually work perfect right there. And then again, it might just be overkill and I might not even need that going into it. Like I said, your guess is as good as mine at this point. We're just creating, right? I do have some good news out of this tragic week. I am going to be a great aunt again. My oldest nephew on that side of the family, him and his girlfriend are expecting in October on Halloween. How cool is that? All right, and I think this last piece will go right there. All right, so I know I've said it before, but I'm actually kind of really excited for the summer season to start really kicking off, like summer shows. Because we are like huge Big Brother fans. We've watched literally almost every season ever made. I know, crazy, right? Even like the celebrity Big Brother. That's like our jam. Like that's what we watch in the summer. So yeah, I am really, 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 really excited for that to get started. Hopefully, I guess I should say, because, you know, I'm hoping that that show comes back with all this, you know. I would assume that they'll probably still do it. Mostly, if not like in its full glory, they'll at least do some, because they would probably, my guess, at least my hope, is that they would test everybody before they would let anybody in, and if everybody was clear and clean for the virus, then I would assume that they would just go ahead and let the show happen. I hope they do. Like, our whole summer literally is Big Brother. Like, I'm not gonna lie, when I was younger, I really wanted to go on Big Brother. But then obviously, you know, the babies were little and I didn't want to leave my babies, right? Yeah, I would not say no to, like if I ever entered and they offered it to me, I would never say no. I would go in a New York minute now that the kids are older. Though I would be considered old in the face of that show, right? Because they're all like young 20s. And I probably would be one of the first people voted out, but I don't know. Who knows? Yeah, that is a goal in life, I guess. If we're ever talking about goals, Big Brother would be one of mine. As ridiculous as it sounds, right? Maybe they'll come out with this Big Brother for old people. That would be great. Like, I could get on board for that. I would be like signed up at a New York minute. I don't know. You know what? Maybe next summer, because Gracie will be 18, maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll do it. But what will you guys do without me? I don't know. That would be so strange, wouldn't it? I think it would be super cool. All right, moment of truth. I think I'm going to go ahead and cap that off. And actually, I will probably stop this video because I'm sure I've got to let it dry anyways. But what I was saying, moment of truth, is we got to make sure all this bends. And it does. And I don't know if I'm quite high enough on some of it. So we might have to just Mod Podge it closed really well. Yeah. All right, I think it's going to work. All right, I'm going to let this dry, or dry mostly. And then we're going to Mod Podge, and then we'll just see what we get. All right, guys, we'll talk to you soon. Bye.